Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here, and welcome back to my Resident Evil 4 Professional Difficulty No Damage walkthrough. It's been a long day for me so far. I am recording this commentary late at night, and to be honest, this is one of my least favorite levels of the game. But I've just brewed a cup of tea. I'm sitting in my comfortable chair, and we're gonna do our best to get through this commentary or through this video together. You know, usually I always approach every video I make. I try to come in with a positive attitude, even if the game that I'm playing isn't necessarily a good game, which, you know, has been the case in the past. Now, Resident Evil 4, as I've mentioned, is one of my favorite games of all time. But there are certain levels, and, you know, as you're going to see later on especially, there are even certain sections of the game that I just, overall, just don't care for. I would go as far to say that they are bad levels or sections, and again, this is all just my personal opinion, but this level here, I really don't care for it. But nevertheless, you know, that shouldn't discourage you from watching the video, because I'll still do my best to provide some entertaining commentary. Now, at the start of the level, you saw right there was a merchant in the area, so take that time to sell your treasures, anything like that, if you want to make some upgrades to your weapons. If you remember in the last level, Chapter 4.1, I used a lot of rocket launchers. I used 3 of them, but this level here, it's pretty basic. It's just a couple fights. There's really nothing special going on. As always, you want to try to conserve as much ammunition as possible, but there are no sections where you need a rocket launcher or anything like that. I guess technically they might make certain areas easier, but by no means are they necessary. But yeah, so we're going to just continue. So we have now entered into the mines, and I actually do like the mines. I do like this area of the game. I think it's enjoyable. I do like the environments being, you know, underground. And this is where, for a little bit of story background, this is where they are unearthing the Las Plagas parasite that has been fossilized for so many years. But what you're going to want to do is, when you come out into the open entryway here, take out the rifle, and I'm just going to go to Headshot City. I'm just going to get headshot after headshot after headshot. The enemies will start coming towards you, but we are up, and in order to get to you, they're going to have to climb a ladder. So even if you happen to miss one of them, you know, you'll have enough time to just turn around and shoot them as they're trying to climb up the ladder. But there are a lot of enemies in this area, and, you know, you don't have to use the rifle to do this. I prefer using the rifle whenever I can. But if you really wanted to, you could get through this whole section that I'm doing right now with nothing but the pistol. But basically what you're going to want to do is just shoot all of these enemies. You could technically run past all of them, but I think it's worth it to just shoot them, because there are some items lying around that might help to pick up. But also, I think running through this section might be more trouble than it's really worth. But either way, I will show you how to get through this part kind of very efficiently and also very quickly. So what you're going to do right off the bat is you're going to pull that lever. That will put the dynamite into the cart. However, the cart is going to coincidentally stall on us. So once that happens, turn around and make your way up these paths where we were just shooting the enemies. And we're going to go up to the very top of this path, and that will lead us to another lever that will turn the power back on. Now, do be careful, because there are going to be some enemies that drop down, and some of them are going to be throwing the dynamite sticks, and so as always, you want to be careful, because they can really screw up your no damage playthrough if you happen to be standing too close to one, or if they happen to throw a stick of dynamite without you realizing that they threw it in the first place. So just, you know, be vigilant, be careful, all things that you already know to do. But the most important thing is just don't waste time. Just move through this section as quickly as possible. So there we go, I got the power back on. Now I'm going to make my way back to the cart with the dynamite in it. And when you do that, there's going to be an enemy with a chainsaw, Dr. Salvador, that comes into the area. So here's what you're going to do. instead of going up this ladder, because there's going to be a lot of enemies that come from that direction, I'm going to run down this little pathway here. And for some reason, the guy with the chainsaw, he will not chase you in here. He'll just stand there until you provoke him. So I'm going to stand right here. You're going to see 4 enemies drop down the base of this ladder. I'm going to take out an incendiary grenade and get them all in one nice little fillet. Throw a second one for good measure, and then I'll finish off the job with the pistol. Now, one of these enemies will typically always have a parasite, but every once in a while you might have a case like you saw right there where there is no parasite, but do be warned that oftentimes there will be a parasite. And now we're going to take on the chainsaw enemy, and watch this little trick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot him in the face and knock him down, and that's going to keep him down for about 10-15 seconds. Now I'm going to pull the lever, and I'm going to go retrieve the dynamite, and I'm actually going to use the dynamite to kill this guy. Partly to save ammo, but also because I just thought it would be a fun way to kill this guy. So I picked up the dynamite, I'm going to let him come towards me. Once he gets close, just do another shotgun to the face. Once again, that will knock him down for about 10-15 seconds, and now I'm going to go stand over by this rock here, and now, or this giant boulder, and so watch what I do. I'm going to let him come towards me, and I'm going to start shooting him in the legs, and my goal is to get him to fall next to the boulder, so go ahead, just keep shooting him. There we go, he has now fallen down. I'm going to put the dynamite in place. I'm going to run away, and the dynamite's going to explode before he has a chance to get up, and you can see that I actually used the dynamite to finish him off. Now, was that absolutely necessary? Absolutely not, but I just thought it was I thought it was a pretty funny way to kill him, and also kind of a douchebaggy way to kill him. And if you're new to my channel, that's what I'm all about. So, no, not really, but in this case, yes, that is the approach I decided to take because I thought it would be entertaining to do. But there we go, we are now out of the mines relatively quickly. Took about 5-6 minutes. And now we're going to approach this giant lava chamber, and we're going to have to fight 2 El Gigantes, but it turns out you're actually only going to have to fight one of them. So here's what you're going to do. As soon as they come into the area, turn around, go over to this lever here, go ahead and operate it, do it immediately, and as long as one of the El Gigantes is standing above that circular hole in the ground, he'll fall through into the lava for an instant kill, and now you only have 1 El Gigante to worry about. I'm going to take out the Magnum because I want to take out this guy as quickly as possible, but it is going to be just like the El Gigante fight in Chapter 2.1. You're going to have to, so you see after you shoot him a number of times, there's going to be a parasite that emerges from his back. You're going to have to cut it 3 separate times, and then he'll finally go down. Now, do be careful because you'll notice that the pit in the center of the room is still open. Now, eventually it will close, so it just closed right there, but while it's open, if you stand too close to it, the El Gigante that fell into the lava will actually grab up and reach you and grab you and kill you. So just kind of keep your distance until that hatch closes, and now we only have the 1 El Gigante to worry about. And so from here, it's pretty much just a rinse and repeat process. I'm going to use the Magnum to kill or to damage the parasite 2 times, but then I'm going to have to finish him off with other weapons. But yeah, this is the case where if you did have a rocket launcher, I suppose you could use it on him, but I just don't think it's necessary. I certainly didn't want to throw away any items in my suitcase just to get a rocket launcher because I didn't want to make that sacrifice, but I'll leave that decision up to you. But basically what you're going to do is just keep climbing up this ladder. He'll come over, wait until he's about to knock the structure down, and then you're just going to slide down this little device here, turn around, and then just keep shooting him. Now, like I said, eventually I'll run out of Magnum ammo, so I'm going to have to switch to a different weapon. But from here, it shouldn't take too long to finish this guy off. And then we're going to go into the 3rd and final section of this level, which is the El Novistador Caves. And, you know, we've already a couple times in this game, we've had to fight the insects, which are called the Novistadors. But we are going down into their caves, and there's going to be a lot of them. And I'll be honest, it is probably my least favorite section of the game. It's also pretty challenging to do without taking any damage. It is quite frustrating. And to be honest, it's just not fun. It's just not enjoyable. Of course, we're still going to have to get through it. You know, what we think about it doesn't really matter. One way or another, you are going to have to bite your lip and bear through it. But yeah, just be warned that my commentary might be a little harsh because I just personally don't care for this level. And it's because this level really just serves no purpose. There is no story progression here. There's no character development. All of these little fights that I'm doing, they just feel pointless. It just feels like the game is trying to buy time, and they said, oh, you know, we got to throw something in here before he takes on the Salazar boss fight, so we might as well just throw in a level of complete nonsense. Because really all this level is it's the fight in the mines, the fight in this chamber here, and then the fight in the caves. And that's it. There's no cutscenes, there's no story, there's no dialogue. It's just fight after fight after fight. None of the fights are particularly enjoyable. So at the end of the day, I don't care for this level. It's not the worst level in the game. I would save that title for levels 5.3 and 5.4. But yeah, I really just dislike this level. But anyway, let's get to the strategy. So what you're going to do is you're going to exit this cave here. I'm going to take out my TMP, and I'm going to shoot these 4 guys immediately. And remember, if you shoot them while they're flying in midair, it will be an instant kill. So your goal here, your goal is to shoot those 4 guys as quickly as possible. Once they're dead, pull out a grenade and just haul ass towards the first cave. Now, a lot of other YouTubers, they do this strategy where they stay in that initial cave and they shoot the Novistadors. But what happens is once you kill those initial 4, you'll get attacked by a lot more, probably like 15 to 20 more, and it's just going to waste a ton of ammunition. And you can actually skip them by running straight to this cave here. Now, once you run to the cave and activate that switch, you're going to take out the shotgun, turn around, and a bunch of them are going to start charging you through the caves here. And so you're just going to kind of stand your ground. Now, unfortunately, unlike the first case, this is a part that you can't just run through. If you try to run out of this cave, one of them will grab you and most likely kill you. So this is a spot where you do have to kind of stand your ground, and I'm just going to kind of keep spamming the shotgun. Again, if you see one flying in the air, make sure that you shoot it while it's flying for an instant kill. But a lot of them are just going to land on the ground and start running towards you, and then it's going to take about 3 or 4 shotgun shells to put them down. And also do be careful. Sometimes when you go to shoot, so right there, sometimes when you go to shoot one of them, instead you'll get prompted to press the square button and you'll kick them, and that will knock them back as well. It's a good way to save ammo, but it's not the recommended way to kill them because it is a bit more risky. But just do be careful that you might want to have your finger next to the square button or the X button if you're on Xbox, just in case one of them does that and you need a quick way to counter the attack. But basically, guys, that's it. The main strategy here is, again, from that initial section where, again, you just shoot the 4 initial Novistadors and then you run to this cave and activate the switch. And if you do it quickly enough, you'll be able to do it before any other Novistadors spawn into the area. Again, like I was saying, one of the dominant strategies online is people will kill those initial 4 Novistadors, and then they'll just stand in that cave, the initial cave that we came in from, and they'll just stand there with the shotgun and they'll just kill all of the other Novistadors that come towards them. And it turns out to be a lot. It turns out to be like 15 of them, and it just takes up a ton of time and ammunition. So if you kill those initial 4 and then just run as fast as you can to the caves and activate that switch, if you do it quickly enough, no other Novistadors will have time to spawn, and it will save you a lot of ammo and a lot of time. Now right here I have I've cleared out all of the Novistadors that spawned after I activated the switch. So now I have to go to the second cave, but before I do that, just to be safe, I'm actually going to run back to this door here. And one more time, I'm going to utilize that checkpoint strategy. So now I'm going to go back into the caves. And now if I happen to get damage or if I happen to die, I can just restart the checkpoint and I'll never have to do the first cave over again. That is now completely saved. I'll never have to do it again by utilizing that checkpoint strategy. Very, very useful technique. And now that we have activated the first switch, we're going to go to the second cave and do the exact same thing. So here's the door that we're trying to burn down. There's a red herb next to it, so you might want to pick that up. And now we're going to make our way down this path to the second cave. Now be careful as you approach the cave. A couple Novistadors are going to emerge from the doorway. And again, try to shoot them before they're able to land on the ground. But as you can see right there, I wasn't able to. Now, a word of warning, you'll notice that I'm using the TMP to kill these guys. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. Now, it turns out that I have enough TMP ammo to where I was okay, but you're going to see that the TMP is actually a crucial weapon to use in the next level. There's a spot in the next level where having the TMP makes it abundantly easier. So, in hindsight, I should not have used the TMP. Again, I had enough ammo to where I was okay, but I would recommend using a different weapon, the shotgun, the sniper, the pistol, whatever. Just try to save as much TMP ammo as you can for next level. But here we go. So we've just activated the second switch, and now again the same exact strategy here. You're just going to turn around. The Novistadors are going to come into the cave. You're going to try to shoot them while they're still in midair. Every once in a while, some of them are going to drop down on the floor. And again, I'm using my TMP, which I really wish I hadn't done. So again, just kind of a word of warning for your own benefit. And so here we go. I'm going to take the shotgun out once again. You got to be careful, because you saw right there one of the Novistadors, it flew to my left, and whenever that happens, that's when you really have to be careful, because whenever one of them gets on your side or gets behind you, that's when you're in trouble. Luckily, I was able to manage my shots and turn to the left. But yeah, guys, don't get me wrong. This is a tough section. It takes a bit of patience. It's annoying. Like I said, it's just not really fun. Now, as you go to leave this cave, there are going to be 3 or 4 Novistadors just kind of flying in a circle for some reason. So just kind of aim your weapon in their general direction and, again, just shoot them out of midair. For some reason, they just fly there. They don't come towards you unless you provoke them. So just stand in the mouth of the cave here and shoot them until they fall to their deaths. And then you're going to make your way towards the gate that is now open. Now, do be careful. The Novistadors can actually follow you through that gate, believe it or not. So just, take a couple seconds to make sure you did in fact kill all of them. But here we go. The gate is now open. I can continue through the tunnels. Again, like I said, the Novistadors can technically chase you through this area. It's unlikely, but it is possible, so just be careful. And now you're just going to have to dodge these giant stone slabs that keep pounding down. Once you get to this location here, turn to the left, and there's a lever on the wall that will allow you to progress through the rest of the tunnel. And then that'll pretty much be it, guys. That is the end of chapter 4-2. Again, this is probably my second least favorite level in the game, and that's only because levels 5-3 and 5-4, I kind of blend them together in my head as just one awful level. In my opinion, Chapter 5-3 does have some redeeming qualities, which I'll get to, later when we get to that level. But Chapter 5-4 is just a train wreck. I hate everything about it, and this level is not much better. But there you go. We got through it. No harm done. And once again, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm always eager to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions of the game and of my videos. But otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next video.